This is a Riddick video for Hunter x Hunter episode 127, 128, 129, 130, and 131. 5-episode reaction plus the ending at the end of 131. Click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction to it, and then come back here to see my full thoughts and ideas and theories. It's probably going to be a long one, depending on how long I can talk for. It's a big freaking episode. I don't want to say a single thing about it. Go watch it for yourself and come back here to see why I'm like this. I'm like the hyped up, kind of like... so click away now, or be spoiled as to what happens in this episode. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was a heck of a freaking last episode there for... Oh, not last episode, but like an ender. A reaction ender. Such a big cliffhanger, but at the same time, it's like, it's good. Like, it's a good cliffhanger. Like, I don't know. I typically... have my timestampers and everything, my high elders, make sure there's like not like big cliffhangers like this, and a lot of times it's unavoidable. I understand, but this was like a big cliffhanger, but at the same time like a good big cliffhanger. Like it gives me time to kind of theorize what might happen next, kind of thing, given like the week in advance or whatever, to next episode. Oh my gosh, so much happened. The king's alive. Like I predicted last week, his body. I think I predicted. I think I said something like his body was still intact somewhere or another, and that was true. But just barely. Like he was cooked, like inside out. Like his cells were cooked and everything. He had just enough energy to open his mouth and eyes, and then Poof and P2 both gave up a lot of their power. And I'm wondering if they sapped like 90% of their power to give the king, and then now they're going to be stuck like in that form. I wonder if they gain their power back later on. I'm not sure. At this point, I feel like they sacrificed their own power to give the king. But yeah, so he's back. He's alive. It's sort of memory issues, but he's starting to get all the memory back. It's only a matter of time before he gets the rest, kind of thing. Yeah, but ultimately, the big thing I want to talk about is freaking Gon and P2. So, Gon puts the girl on hostage sort of negotiation, telling P2 if she does anything wrong, he'll kill the girl, kind of thing. Then Poof intervenes and tells P2 that he has the girl, even though he doesn't. It's like many things kind of came together, and Gon became the most upset he's ever been in his life. Because he was sitting there crying because Kite is dead, basically. That's what P2 said. She can't do anything for him. He's been dead since they fought the first time. Then she brought out her healer, and Gon thought she was going to heal him, as like, she was lying, she could heal him, kind of thing. Ended up healing herself, her injuries, that kind of thing, so obviously she could fight him, or fight Gon. And then Gon, like I was like saying in my reaction, he broke. Like it was like he had like an inner kind of argument with himself back and forth if it was his fault that Kite died, or if it was P2's fault, kind of thing. But once P2 healed her arm and would not heal Kite's and decided to go after Gon, that's when like the whole self-doubt thing went away. Like instantly, freaking instantly, it went away. And okay, so I could be getting part of this wrong, but the overall thing that I understand from it, it's basically like Kurapika's knife deal that he made with himself, right? Like to give himself like supreme power over the spiders basically. Um, so the Phantom Troop, he gave himself like ultimate power against them and only them, and he can't use that power against anybody else, kind of thing. And I think in this case, because Gon, I think Killua taught him a little bit about that gift that Kurapika can do. So I think Gon sort of heard that and kind of in his own way mutated that to his own needs for this scenario, because he apparently took all of his future power that he would ever probably attain, and he sucked it all back to the past in a way and gave it to himself to like supercharge his body to the point where he aged like I think 10 years. He's like strong, he's equal or a little bit stronger, whatnot, around the strength of the king. Um, he's just unbelievably freaking powerful. And he just started going ham on P2, and she went with it. She wanted it to happen because, for what she was saying, she was saying because of that reason, the reason why he sucked up all that power to give to himself now to supercharge his body in order to fight P2, he won't be able to do it to the king, and it's good because he picked P2 to do it to, so that way he's wasting his energy in a way, that's kind of what I gathered. Sorry, I hit the mic there. That's kind of what I gathered from what happened with that fight. I'll have to rewatch it again because there's a lot of information and a lot of visuals that I was trying to click onto while I was watching and reading everything. So I probably missed like a ton of freaking stuff. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But that's kind of like the gist of what, in my mind, what I picked up. Yeah, I feel like Gon, at the very end there with the explosion, I feel like he did sacrifice himself. I don't know. It's such a hard thing to theorize because he's a main character. He's like the main character. He was the first face we saw. Well, not the first face, but he's like the first character we saw on episode 1, all the way till now, basically. Like, he's been in every episode. Well, not every episode, but he's been in a lot of episodes. Most episodes. So it's so strange that they would, if they did do it, they'd kill him off right now. That's such a strange, like, I don't know how to feel. I genuinely don't know how to feel right now. Like, if he's dead, then I hope Killua was fine because he was in the blast radius. But again, he's lightning speed. He'd probably get away relatively unscathed. Probably burned back or whatever like that. Like, that was a big freaking explosion. But I can definitely see Gon still being alive, just reverted back to kid form and not being able to use Nen anymore. I can definitely see that happening. So okay, there's multiple ways. Okay, so 1, Gon's dead. That's 1. 2, Gon's still alive. And he can't use his Nen again. That's 3. Wait, no. Wait, was that was 2? Yeah, that was 2. 3, he's not dead. He reverted back to his human form, or like his kid form, whatever, and he can't use Nen again. Or 4, he is still alive and he can still use his Nen. I don't know about that because the way they were talking, it seems like I kind of am agreeing with P2 about him like sacrificing all of his future power all into this one spot, right? Like, supercharge his abilities to the point where he can defeat P2, because that is his sole target, because she kept lying to him constantly, over and over and over, lie. So he just got fed up and went absolutely ham, just destroying her. Like, oh my gosh. this like rock paper rock over and over and over and over and over, just like square in the face every freaking time, and then just that one final big one that Killua saw that like just like wrecked the head, I guess, like just demolished it, and then the final big one, basically the nuke, rock paper nuke, like what he did there, like Jesus, um, yeah, God, he went so hard on her, but rightly so. Like it's his right to do. Um, 'Cause it's been building up in his head since like freaking Kite, right? Like since the moment they saw uh, P2 attacked the group with Kite, and Killua and Gon first saw P2 when P2 turned around and saw like the eyes kind of thing shoot towards them, and they had a run. Um, Ever since that moment, they've been holding a grudge towards, or I guess Gon's been holding a grudge towards P2 ever since that moment, and it's finally now paid off. Like to the moment, like just absolutely just decimated, just like utter destruction. Like I'm guessing her body is nowhere to be found now. Um, there's probably going to be some form of big crater or something because that was a massive explosion. Like nearly a nuke, basically, like the Rose explosion bomb thing, whatever it is. Um, uh, the poor man's road. I can't remember how they put it. There's a couple names for it. But like that bomb, right? Like that going off. Like that's Gon's version of it. Jesus, like I still have no idea. Like all the theories I mentioned, I can definitely see all of them coming true. So I don't know what to pinpoint. Like I can definitely see him dying here. Well, I can see him dying here, but at the same time, I don't see him dying here. Seeing how he's the main character and all this kind of stuff, I can definitely see him sticking with his body, this current like mature body, but like losing all of his nen. I can definitely see that happening. I can definitely see him reverting back to his uh, child form and losing his nen. I can see that happening. I can't see him going back to normal. I don't think that's going to be a possibility. Um, but more, I guess more so than anything, I feel like it's leaning towards the death. The way the ending, like now that I'm kind of thinking back at the ending and what Gon was saying and everything, it seems like he knew what was going to happen, and he knew the outcome. Like he was going to explode, basically, like the end, the whole feud between Gon and P2. So I feel like I guess I do have to lean towards death. I don't want to, but damn it. Gon was such a cool character. God. Such a freaking cool character. Like, ever since, like, day one, like, he was, like, one of my, like, favorite characters. Um, Shoot. Because if he is dead, how many episodes do we have left? If he is dead, we have one more session for the end of the arc, the 4 more episodes of the arc next week. I know we will be doing. Then after that, 3 more weeks of Hunter x Hunter. So 4 weeks in total of Hunter x Hunter total, including I think perhaps the movie as well. Yes, which we'll probably watch afterwards. After the 4, after the show's completed, we'll watch the movie. But if Gon is dead now, like, is Killua going to be the main character, or like is it just going to start jumping between Killua and Kurapika and Leorio and like all the other characters? Is it going to just stick with this main group of heroes that we have now, huntsmen, hunters, whatever, in this area, like Palm and uh, Knuckle and freaking, oh god, what's his name? Meleron and Ecologo, as well as, oh gosh, I think that's it, and Killua. I think it's the only ones left there at the palace. Um, I guess it's gonna focus on them and the king and the fight with the king and everything, but I wish Gon would still be alive because he's on equal with the king. That would be such a cool freaking battle if Gon did that. If Gon fought the king in this current state, that would be such a good battle. Uh, I don't know what to think. Like as I'm like talking about it, and I'm like thinking about everything that's gonna happen. I'm dreading the next episode to see like the outcome. Like I had the theory at the very end there that he could die, and then I had at the same time I had multiple other theories like that. Like he could still be alive, but with no Nen, like all this kind of blah 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 kind of stuff. But now that I'm talking about it and like reviewing my thoughts on it, like I'm dreading the next episode. I really am. Damn it. It's gonna suck to see Gon die. I hope we learn next episode. If they draw it out, it's gonna be so freaking annoying if they do. Um, they have to like have something next episode on like 132 basically. There's got to be something to resolve the outcome of Gon, like just a body or something, right? Like if he did die, like they can't leave him just disintegrated and like don't know where he is, because then he can, in typical movie fashion or whatever, he can be somewhere else, like he teleported or got away or what have you, whatever, and he's fine now. But like there's no body to claim that he is dead or not, so he's MIA in a way. So I mean, there's tons of ways they can do it. And I hope next episode shares what the outcome of that fight is. Oh god, I don't want that to draw on any more than one episode. That's gonna freaking be rough as hell. But, like I said in my reaction, it's good for Killua, or sorry, not Killua, for Gon to do this, because it's like a long time freaking coming. Got revenge. I mean, the ants are bad, so it's good that he did this, but at the same time, he sacrificed himself to do it, if he did die. Oh my god, I keep thinking about it, like, it's gonna suck to find out. The wait, I guess, next week's gonna suck. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else we're gonna talk about that I haven't already said. I mean, the king has his new body and everything, and Poof is trying to, like, kill the girl and everything, and I feel like, if anything, the king is going to kill Poof, because Poof keeps trying to kill the girl on his own free will, and King and Poof and Yuppie have all kind of mind melded. So the king's gotta know something's up with Poof and everything. So I suspect Poof is gonna die by the king's hand. For what he's trying to do to the girl. We'll probably find out that later. Anyways, obviously, please no spoilers in the comments below. Do not mention, do not hint, do not talk about, do not nothing future content. Only talk about these episodes and past episodes that I've already seen. Do not mention future content. Do not mention future content. Stress that more than anything. Don't even mention I'm hyped for, like, insert, like, episode name or title, whatever. Don't mention any freaking thing about future content, because you're spoiling it. You're spoiling that episode in particular has a very hyped moment. So then I know that, and then I go in, think it's going to be a hype moment, and then I overhype it, kind of thing, in a way. So it ruins the episode. I want to stay blind to everything. Like this episode, nothing ever said that, like, these episodes were going to be this big, and I'm glad, because now I can just sit here and just kind of, like, think about it for myself. Oh my gosh. So yeah, do not spoil anything in the comments. No future content, no nothing. If you see anybody spoiling future content or hinting at future content or anything, let them know. Like, mark them down, do everything possible to let them know that they're in the wrong for saying something like that. I do have my moderators. Hiccups, Jesus Christ. I do have my moderators around to delete comments if they do have spoilers. So if you want me to talk to you in the comments below, do not spoil anything, and you should be fine. Um, yeah, I mean, at this point, I would say, what do you think of Gone, like, right now? What's your theories? But like, everybody who's watching his theory, watching his reactions probably know the outcome of the fight, and know the outcome of Gone. So anything you say is gonna like lead to spoilers. So I'm gonna say stay away from all Gone talk. Like I said, I know it's hype. You can mention your feelings for the episode, like what you were feeling during the episode. Don't talk about anything for Gone after the fact. I don't want to know. Like I said, I want to stay blind. No future content, please. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next week for 4 episodes, the final 4 episodes of the arc. We're going to see the final, how it ends, basically, if the ants are going to die, if they're going to like go away and do their own thing. Who knows? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Take care, buddy.